On Wednesday, September 10th, 2025, Charlie Kirk takes the stage at an event in Orem, Utah, addressing a crowd of more than 3,000 people. It is the first stop on his American comeback tour, expected to have at least 15 appearances across campuses in America. But the tour is cut short by a single bullet fired from approximately 200 yards away. What follows is panic, grief, and rage.
I'm so freaking pissed right now!
Charlie Kirk had been assassinated in broad daylight. This is how it unfolded. On September 10th, 2025, at 8:29 a.m., 22-year-old Tyler Robinson arrives at Utah Valley University in a gray Dodge Challenger. He's wearing a maroon t-shirt and light-colored shorts and shoes, an outfit that he changes before positioning himself on a rooftop 200 yards away from the Sorensen Center courtyard, where Charlie Kirk is supposed to make an appearance. The shooter stays on campus for roughly 4 hours while Charlie takes the stage and starts the event. The opening goes as planned, with Kirk's family in attendance. Then comes the most high-stakes portion of the event, the Prove Me Wrong table session.
All right, everybody, who's ready for a little bit of Prove Me Wrong disagreement?
This is where attendees get a chance to prove Kirk wrong on a topic of their choice. At around 12:20 p.m. Mountain Time, Hunter Kozak steps forward with a question about gun control and mass shootings.
So, do you know how many transgender Americans have been mass shooters over the last 10 years?
Too many. Then, it happened.
Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years?
Counting or not counting gang violence?
Great.
At 12:23 p.m., Kirk has been shot. Kirk's head jerks backwards as blood comes gushing out of his neck. Students disperse after hearing gunfire.
Shots fired at UVU Charlie Kirk Turning Point USA event. You guys okay?
Many seek shelter in indoor spaces.
There were gunshots.
I think they understand though. Yeah, I don't know.
What? Were you out there? Yeah. What was? There was like a gunshot.
Okay, so we're sheltering in place. You're safe. We're not going to let anybody in.
Kirk's security and on-campus officers cover him before rushing him away from the scene.
Stop, folks! Stop! Back up!
While most cameras focus on Charlie, many pan around, especially when students spot a suspicious figure on top of a building a few hundred yards away. He appears to be in a sniper's position with a clear view of Kirk. Footage from the scene and eyewitness accounts paints a picture of what happens next. On one side, Kirk is carried to a police vehicle parked behind the tent. On the other, the shooter flees the scene before he can be restrained. In one video, he can be seen sprinting off the roof from where the shot was fired. He's also captured on various surveillance cameras around the neighborhood before he goes off the authorities' radar. By this time, he has ditched his bolt-action rifle in a wooded area, where it's found alongside bullet casings with messages engraved on them.
Inscriptions on the 3 unfired casings read, "Hey fascist!" "Catch!" A second unfired casing read, "Oh Bella Chow, Bella Chow, Bella Chow, Chow Chow," and a third unfired casing read, "If you read this, you are gay, LMAO."
Saving Kirk's life is a higher priority, and he is rushed to the Timpanogos Regional Hospital. He is unconscious, and his condition is considered critical. At 2:40 p.m. Mountain Time, President Trump confirms via social media that Charlie Kirk has passed away. Finding the shooter becomes an immediate priority.
To my great fellow Americans, I am filled with grief and anger at the heinous assassination of Charlie Kirk on a college campus in Utah.
At 4:21 p.m. Mountain Time, FBI Director Kash Patel confirms that a suspect is in custody via a social media post. A few hours later, all statements are retracted and a clarification is issued.
I know that you have some information from Kash Patel.
Yes, he just posted on X that the person of interest that FBI was questioning has now been released.
The person detained is George Zinn, a 71-year-old who had falsely taken credit for the shooting. He is charged with obstruction of justice. A second suspect is also arrested, but later released. The FBI offers a $100,000 reward for leads that result in the suspect's arrest.
The suspect's still on the loose. An active manhunt is going on right now in Utah.
The update comes with even more photos and videos, but none of the visuals lead to the suspect's arrest. What gets him caught is his own admission. On Thursday evening, roughly 30 hours after the shooting, Tyler Robinson tells his father that he has shot Kirk. Robinson's father calls a family friend who is also Robinson's youth pastor, and the two convince him to calm down. The pastor, who also serves as a court security officer, calls the authorities to report the information. On September 11th, 2025, at approximately 10 p.m. Mountain Time, Tyler Robinson turns himself into the authorities after evading them for 33 hours. He's taken into custody in St. George, 250 miles from the university where he had allegedly shot Kirk.
On the evening of September 11th, a family member of Tyler Robinson reached out to a family friend who contacted the Washington County Sheriff's Office with information that Robinson had confessed to them or implied that he had committed the incident.
The next morning at 6 a.m. Mountain Time, President Donald Trump goes on Fox and Friends to make the arrest public.
I think with a high degree of certainty, we have him in custody. Everyone did a great job. We worked with the local police, the governor, everybody did a great job. You know, getting somebody that you start off with absolutely nothing. And we started off with a clip that made him look like an ant that was almost useless. We just saw there was somebody up there. And so much work has been done over the last 2.5 days.
Then, Utah Governor Spencer J. Cox goes in front of the media to make a formal announcement.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We got him. On the evening of September 11th, a family member of Tyler Robinson reached out to a family friend who contacted the Washington County Sheriff's Office with information that Robinson had confessed to them or implied that he had committed the incident.
Robinson's family members are interviewed by the authorities as well as the media, which leads to even more details coming out.
Investigators interviewed a family member of Robinson who stated that Robinson had become more political in recent years.
According to the family member, Robinson had mentioned Kirk's upcoming visit to Utah Valley University in a dinner discussion.
In the conversation with another family member, Robinson mentioned Charlie Kirk was coming to UVU. They talked about why they didn't like him and the viewpoints that he had. The family member also stated Kirk was full of hate and spreading hate.
But according to Trump, it's people like Robinson who are full of hate. World leaders everywhere have made statements criticizing political violence and expressing sympathy for Kirk's family.
We lost an incredible American today. If you knew him, you love him. His name is Charlie Kirk.
The death of Charlie Kirk has riled up the right, not just in America, but in other countries as well. And while Robinson has yet to be convicted in a court of law, he has already become a symbol of political violence in the court of public opinion.